We're bankrupting America. We need to stay here and we need to start debating this issue.
What we have is a spending problem.
We're spending $3.7 trillion.
And your revenues coming in are only $2.2 trillion.
All the president has to do is quit spending.
Washington is now borrowing nearly 40 cents of every dollar it spends.
40 cents of every dollar we spend.
The debt stands at $14.5 trillion.
The issue is our debt.
Long-term economic growth is threatened.
Members of the president's own administration have said that the number one threat to our national security is our national debt.
Our debt is the single greatest threat to our national security.
The most important national security issue facing the United States of America is the national debt.
All 47 Senate Republicans have signed on as co-sponsors of a constitutional amendment to balance the budget.
We need to balance our budget.
If American families ran their households like Washington runs its budget, the utilities would be shut off and collection agencies would be knocking on their doors.
Businesses balance their budget. Families balance their budget.
If we were to pass it out of here, the states will pass it and send it back to us.
The unemployment rate also increased to 9.2% in June.
The third consecutive month in a row.
It inched up. Republicans today are seizing on these job numbers, reinforcing their very firm stance against raising taxes.
Explain how raising taxes on anyone during a deep recession is going to help with the economy.
The last thing you want to do is to raise taxes in the middle of a recession because that would just take more demand out of the economy and put businesses in a further hole.
It's ludicrous for the administration to propose raising hundreds of billions in taxes at a time when 14 million Americans are looking for work.
How many jobs these tax increases the president proposes will create?
Higher taxes only hurt job creation.
The other side just spends and spends and spends, and they want to tax and tax and tax so they can spend some more.
The taxes that have been proposed by our Democratic colleagues would all be job killers.
We need to create a positive climate to create jobs. But one thing we do know is that doesn't happen by more spending in Washington.
It makes it harder for the private sector to grow.
Make it easier to create jobs.
The policies of this administration have made our problems worse.
Here's the chart of the president's economic record. Unemployment 7.3%. On Inauguration Day, up to 9.2% with the latest report, up 26%. You see the debt figures up 35%.
Things are getting progressively worse and worse and worse.
I don't want to be a part of just making it worse. I want to be a part of just making it better.